guys, and it's time for part 1 of our Highlights magazine. So, as you all know, you just heard me say a very particular word, which is highlights and magazine. So, do you have any idea what a highlights magazine is? Well, a highlights magazine is something that is a magazine that belongs to you. So let me tell you the whole story about what it is and when I got it and where I got it and when I got it. Alright, so one day after I finished opening all my presents on Christmas, I found one last present waiting and sitting under the Christmas tree. So I grabbed it, and then it was from my parents. And then I opened it up, and there was a box, and I had to cut that big box open, and then there was a note inside and a magazine. The note said, "Dear Nina, you will receive a Highlights magazine book every single month. Here is one Highlights magazine book for you for the month of December. You will get one until you graduate from your school." I don't remember, they said something, I don't remember when I'm going to stop getting it. I think that's, let me get the note. Yep, when you graduate from school. Alright, so. And each of the Highlights magazines will say some articles about some cool games. And some of them will even be about word finders. And on the back there will be coin searches. Have fun with your Highlights magazines. LoveHighlights.com. So if you want to get a highlight book, then you could ask your parents. But I'm going to explain to you what a Highlights magazine is. So, as you heard in the letter, I will receive a Highlights book every single month. So it could either be mid-month, end month, or beginning month. So, for some of them, I haven't got mine for May yet. Actually, maybe I have, but I haven't seen it. The latest one I've seen is April. So right now, I have my December Highlights book that was in my present box, but the other one I receive in my mailbox every single month. I get one every single month until I graduate from school. I graduate school in 2027. So what exactly I do is, there will be different articles, and it will take us a while to read all of the Highlights magazines. But for now, we are going to start with December's Highlight magazine. So, we are going to read 5 articles, and I am going to explain every single part of the picture to you. And it is going to be really fun. So I think that you guys get the process. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is my Highlights magazine. And you could flip through and you could see all of the articles. And there's even a table of contents. So we'll see what happens with that. So let me move you guys all the way back here. Let's move this book. So we are done with the amazing book of animals. So, wait. Oh gosh, these people need to clean. So we are done with the amazing book of animals. Lock that box. And we are moving on to some new Highlights magazines. And after each Highlight magazine, we're going to take a break. So after we finish reading this December book, then we are going to move on to a regular book and then January's Highlights magazine. All right, so each article has a page. So, Highlights magazine, winter fun. Fun with a purpose. December 2020, highlights.com. So as you could see on the front, we see some kids playing in snow. And it looks like Poppin' Party Pals is on page 12 and Arctic Adventure is on page 14. Those are the most famous articles in this Highlights magazine. So let's look at the table of contents. So it looks like the first famous article is the Timber Toes. The Timber Toes. Let's see what the Timber Toes page is on. Page 3. What about now? Puzzle Day plus Milk Day of Service and more is on page 4. And About You is on page 6. Hidden Pictures is on page 7. Sigrid's Trade, Will She Give Up Her Treasure is on page 8. Party Creatures New Year's Confetti Poppers is on page 12. North Star's Braving the Cold for Science is on page 14. Spotlight, Virus, What It Is and How We Fight It is on page 20. Mac and Cheese Manana on page 22. 5 Questions for Speed Creature Jonna Larson is on page 24. Goofus and Gallant is on page 25. Crate is on page 30. Brain Play is on page 32. Ask Arizona is on page 34. Every Wonder is on page 37. And Laughs From You is on page 39. So, as you all know, there is going to be a snack attack every single month. And see what that month represents to see what that month represents. So yeah, we are going to see what each month represents of the snack. And just a reminder, this is filling in for a week ago's video, 7 days ago. Not this Tuesday, but last Tuesday. All right, so the first article, Hello 2021, I think they're just like talking about getting ready for the new year. Even though I got this in December, I think this is like something to do with New Year. So all of you New Year's peoples out there, this would be a good article for you. All right, so it looks like this lady right here wrote this article. She says, what are your hopes and dreams for 2021? So if you had to pick a hope and dream for 2021, what would it be? Mine would probably be that the coronavirus would go away at least sometime this year. Sometime. I don't think that will happen, but at least sometime. All right, so it looks like she wrote us a little message for me. Dear reader, Happy New Year. So she said to me, Happy New Year. And it looks like she asked, the central question is, what kind of person do you want to be? I want to be a confident person, a kind person, and all I could be. All right, so McKenna is from Alabama, and she said, I want to be a caring person who tries to fix things in society. And Bria is from By Email, and she said, as I am growing up, I intend to help people all along the way by being kind. All right, so, and Christine, it looks like her name is, she said, write to me. Christine highlights.com. So that's what her message is. So write back to Christine. All right, so let's start the article about this Highlights magazine. All right, so hello 2021. It's January. Time to say goodbye to the old year and hello to a bright, shiny new one. This year, we are more than ready to change the calendar. Thanks to COVID-19, the pandemic isn't over yet, but the new year offers hope and the promise of brighter days. Let's welcome 2021. How will you ring in the new year? This issue might give you a few ideas. On page 5, see how people in different parts of the world celebrate. Each tradition represents a hope for the coming year. In the U.S., many of us make New Year's resolutions, promises to ourselves to do or be better. In Ask Arizona, pages 34 through 36, Arizona and Maria write a few resolutions they try hard to keep. The results, of course, are hilarious. Every year, my list of resolutions includes try something new. I don't know yet why that new thing will be. But I know that if I keep this promise to myself, life will be more fun and interesting. Speaking of new things, you may notice that we've tried a few in this issue. Let us know your thoughts about our new design and new features. And if this is your first issue, welcome! What are your hopes and dreams for 2021? I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Your friend, Christine. So it seems awfully like this book came out in January, but right here it says December. On the top of my Highlights magazine, it said December 2020. So we'll see what that's all about. But it looks like Christine is explaining to us about what 2021 would be. And she said her thoughts on that are, she hopes that COVID-19 goes away. And in pages 34 through 36 in Ask Arizona, there's a story about New Year's resolutions. Comment down below if you had a New Year's resolution. A New Year's resolution is like a promise or something to keep. All right, so this article looks pretty interesting. Have you met a Yeti yet? Ooh, have you met a Yeti yet? Do you guys have any idea what a Yeti yet is? That's right, it's like an animal. See, here is a picture of a Yeti yet. See, we are right here at the Yeti yet. And it looks like right here, what is he making? He has hairy Nana sauce. What's hairy Nana sauce? I wonder what that is. Hairy Nana sauce. I wonder what that is. Well, we're going to find out. Have you met a Yeti yet? And it looks like it's by Deanna Murray, art by Daniel Wizerman. So we'll see what a Yeti yet is all about. Okay, so remember, on May 20th, I'm going to be getting back to Big Go Math. But except if we don't catch up all of the videos that we need to, we might start a little bit later than May 20th. But that's normal, because I think that we're not going to catch up to all the videos. Because this day is just a week ago's video, so we still need to catch up. Alright, so, have you met a Yeti yet? By Deanna Murray, art by Daniel Wizerman. If you ever spot a Yeti with a bowl full of spaghetti, you must take the utmost care. If you spoke him, no dennying, that spaghetti will go flying and may end up in your hair. But if you're calm and act politely and don't scare him, even slightly, there's a good chance that he'll share. Ooh, that looks like a poem, actually. It might be a poem. So they said that you could get some hairy Nara sauce in your hair. That's why his hair is all crazy and his clothes. He has some crazy spots. So that is what a Yeti is. And it looks like he has a beautiful background picture. Alright, so, this article is a black lagoon. Do any of you guys know what a black lagoon is? That's right. The black lagoon is kind of like something that is like an article with our cartoons. So this is the Timber Toes. They say that this is the most famous article. So we'll see what this Black Lagoon article is about. It looks like it's by Rich Walson and art by Roan Zone. Alright, so let's get started. The Timber Toes by Rich Wallace, art by Roan Zone. Where was Spot? He's not in here. Spot! Tommy and Mabel checked their rooms. Let's check Pay's workshop. He wasn't in there. Where did he go? Spot had found a cozy hiding place. Alright, so that was the end of the Black Lagoon, the Timber Toes. And what was that article about? That's right, they were trying to look for their dog, Spot. So who do you think a dog Spot would be? It looks like their dog or something. They checked everywhere, and he was in a cozy hiding place. Imagine if your dog was hiding in a little cozy hiding place. He looks cozy in there. Alright, so it is time for our fourth article. Ooh, National Puzzle Day. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever heard of National Puzzle Day? Well, National Puzzle Day is a holiday that we do celebrate on January 29th. Guess the year when it came out. 1760. That's the year National Puzzle Day started being alive. And I don't know who invented it. We'll have to find out. So see this giant puzzle here? That puzzle was made in 1760. So, as you can see, this puzzle has all colors if you look at it really closely. And you know what each color represents? Each color represents the day of National Puzzle Day. So this letter, So, for example, this letter will represent an N, A, T, I, N, I, O, T, L. National. And then let's find puzzle right here. And then day right at the bottom. National Puzzle Day. And did you know that this puzzle is actually real? You could buy it now on January 29th. That's when it's available. So it's a giant puzzle that you are welcome to buy to celebrate National Puzzle Day. And follow the solid line to the finish. So here's the starting point. Right here, and here is the finishing point. So we will see if you can complete that puzzle. But right now, we are going to find out some cool articles about National Puzzle Day. So, Guzzle send puzzles on January 29th. Whether you're into crosswords, Sudoku, mazes, or other kinds of puzzles. Puzzling is great exercise for your brain. Jigsaw puzzles have been around since the 1760s. It's said they were invented by a map marker named John Splitsbury, who cut his maps into pieces to help kids learn geography. Lately, jigsaw puzzles have been surging in popularity as a way to have fun at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. Are you a person who enjoys jigsaw puzzles? There's a word for that. You can call yourself a dicerologist. Ooh, so if you complete this whole puzzle, you could call yourself a digerologist. Do you know what that is? So you could call yourself a digerologist if you complete this whole puzzle because they say it's really hard. All right, so National Puzzle Day does sound a little bit interesting. All right, so, and it says, you made it! All right, so now we are going to be done with National Puzzle Day. Ooh, a day on. So, first of all, do you have any idea who that man is right there? That's right, Dr. Martin Luther King. So, Dr. Martin Luther King, we celebrate his day on January 18th. That's right before my birthday. Actually, it's 6 days before my birthday. So we celebrate that day because he died in 1980 and he was shot. And guess what? He had his very own dream. Because guess what happened at the time he was born? Guess what? They were only allowed for black people and white people to go to separate restaurants, schools, playgrounds, and even bathrooms. And they even got to eat separate food. How would you feel if you're a black person out there and if you're a white person out there? How would you feel compared to your family? How would you feel if there's a black person in your family and there's only a white person and then they have to separate? Isn't that bad? I know, I could imagine. And white people have better food than black people. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream. And his dream was that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, by the connect of their character. So Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. says that everyone should come to the same school and everyone roots for him. So, it looks like someone said, Happy New Year as we head into 2021. Try these traditions from around the world. And Colombia said, take your empty suitcase for a walk in hope of a year filled with travel. And the Philippines said, open windows, doors, cabinets, and drawers to welcome good fortune. And Denmark said, leap into the new year from a couch or sturdy chair with permission. All right, so did you know that there's even a puzzle called the Buzz-On puzzles? See down here, all these little kids are holding it. And these are some advice. The jigsaw puzzle with the most pieces had 551,232 pieces. Could you imagine? The largest word search puzzle contains 10,500 words to find. The highlight longest hidden pictures puzzle ever has 280 hidden objects and is 16 feet 9 inches long. Wow, could you imagine? We just talked about National Puzzle Day, so this is perfect. Could you imagine? They're holding it all together. Comment down below if you think that you could build that. Ooh, he's saying we. Do you think that's good to jump on a chair? Well, I mean, it's good. It's not a sin, but you have to try not to get hurt. All right, so now we're going to finally get on the article about Dr. Martin Luther King. So forget all that stuff. All right, so a day on. In his I Have a Dream speech, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, by the connect of their character. On January 18th, you can celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day by reflecting on his message of justice for all, reading his words, and thinking about how we can continue to work toward his dream of a peaceful world. You can also participate in the Milk Day of Service by volunteering in Dr. King's honor. The holiday is known as a day on, not a day off. You might help a neighbor collect items for a food pantry or read to a sibling. So did you know that you could do tons to help Dr. Martin Luther King, even though he died in 1980? You could still do tons of stuff to happen. So, if I were you right now, I would stop this video and go do something. So, you could go help a neighbor, or you could donate some of your toys to the poor kids. Do you know that some people don't have any toys, or they don't have a house? They have to live on the streets. And some people that don't have a home. You should go right now and donate all your, well, not all your toys. I wouldn't be strict and do that. But at least donate one of your toys. It doesn't have to be a toy that you like so much. Go through your toys right now and find a toy that you don't like that could be donated to the people that don't have a house and toys. And same with your food, and grab them water, especially water. And go to the adoption house right now and grab a kid from the adoption if they're adopted. If you're a parent out there, make sure parents watch this video. If you're a parent out there and you don't have a kid and you want one, go to the adoption house right now and go get one. All right, so that is it for our articles today. We will continue this on the video for Wednesday. But until I see you guys, stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.